Africa Architecture Awards have been established to highlight the continent's innovative and collaborative style of problem solving. And we certainly know we live in the most incredible continent. It's vast, resourceful, collaborative, creative, certainly challenging, but always entirely captivating. It is these qualities that have led us to lead, take risks, stretch the boundaries, change and shape our industries for growth and innovation. It is these values that have been intent on the awards to create a broader awareness of the issues and opportunities inherent in the built environment in Africa.
You know, there is a wealth of talent out there across the continent of people just kind of doing things quietly by themselves. Yeah. And I think, you know, partly the digital platform, but also the sort of social media, it really connected people in a way that I wasn't expecting. But I also really enjoyed the youthfulness of the entrance. I mean, I think emerging voices and speculative categories and critical dialogue, these are things that you don't, you know, tend to see in architectural awards programs. It was fantastic to see so many people taking hold of that. What do you think of the shortlist?
Yeah, I was quite amazed by the depth and breadth of entries. Yeah. You know, we got so many entries from basically across the continent.
I've mentioned that we had 307 entries. We in fact had over 500 registrations into the program. The entire program has been run digitally, leading a new way in which architectural awards can be created and run. We have the largest repository of architectural projects online. We have the largest Facebook following of any architectural awards program to date. This is over 151,000 followers.
No, and I think it's very interesting as a lot of those shortlisted projects were not your typical kind of Dubai skyscraper. So they were projects that had some, like you say, sensitivity towards their local culture or tradition. So there's always this act of translation. They're interpreting something, which I think is the basis of good design. So I'm very pleased with the outcome. One aspect of this was to recognize good architecture and to recognize a kind of a good design culture. But the other aspect was also the importance of building one. Yeah. And to build a design culture in Africa, which is not necessarily a replica of a design culture somewhere else. So for me, the digital platform was really interesting, but also the way in which people both voted for projects, but the types of projects, that also tells us something about, like you say, you know, what do people feel about their built environment? What do they feel about architecture? And I think for so long architecture has been such an elitist kind of discipline, particularly on this continent, that it's amazing to see, you know, there were kiosk entries, which is fantastic. Yes,
yeah. We will lead you to the actual casting of our trophies. This is a live pouring of the trophies, which connects us to the heritage of metal work on the African continent, as we felt this was appropriate context to announce the shortlist winners today.